because we got lucky this year for Christmas. So, yeah. I don't know where my mom managed to find this thing, honestly. But props to her. So, yes, I managed to get a rainbow in my hands. And that, in my opinion, is brilliant news. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the issues that I have immediately created upon trying to help it work properly. First things first, a destroyed filter. So yes, I was trying to take Vaclab's advice and soak the filter in water, and in one of his videos, I distinctly remember him turning the vacuum on, having all the water dump out of the filter. In my case, I wasn't so lucky. The filter kind of collapsed to pieces. And I've got to live with it until our next Amazon order. So, yes. And I'm in my mother's basement right now because she's busy upstairs. I'm watching TV and folding laundry because she just likes, she's getting chores done while she's watching TV. No judgment. You judge her, you die. So, I mean, what's left to say, but it's a rainbow. So without further ado, let's get going. So, in my previous videos, I did not seem to have very much enthusiasm in my voice. Like, I try to be as enthusiastic as possible, but camera voice is a fickle thing, so I'm just gonna go. Talk is cheap. If there's one thing I did not know about rainbows, it's this. Now, it has a horribly loud wind-up and a 16-second wind down. So I have to listen to it wind up, and my god is it loud. Thank god the brush roll's not running constantly because it would destroy rugs and carpeting and all that. But the brush is fairly soft. Anyways, talk is cheap, let's get to it. Gotta plug my ears. Consider cord management. Oh well, life goes on. So does the vacuuming. If you're wondering, that's not the motor. That's just these things shaking. I've got it on air purifier mode. Funny thing, the previous owners of this house had a rainbow. In fact, the newest model of rainbow. And, you know, pretty cool. So, but they also got a humidifier in here. So, behind this wall, there was a bit of mold. But I was considering, you know, putting putting a few dehumidifiers down here. But, lo and behold, it was not quite necessary. Because, unbeknownst to me, oil heating dries the hell out of the air, honestly. It's kinda crazy. Fun fact, that's not up to code. Missed by the inspectors. There should be concrete over it. 275 gallons. Just below 3/8. We've been chugging oil, honestly. True Americans. And they had a humidifier in here, made mold grow right there. So, and that's kind of yucky. And say once mold turns grayish brown, it's dead. That mold has turned grayish brown, so it's dead. And none of it grew on the insulation, believe it or not. There's 2 layers of plastic. The one covering the insulation and the layer behind the insulation. And the layer behind the insulation is what got the, you know, mold. So what I did was I cut a slit in that layer, and now this place is dried up. Honestly, it's so dry down here, I'm struggling to talk right now. It's ridiculous. But, you want to know how bad the motor bearings are in this thing? Let's put it on full speed and count how long it takes for it to run down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 seconds. 16-second line down. That was my guesstimation, if VacLab is watching this. That was my guesstimation as to how long the wind down was. And lo and behold, I was right. And I thought I was exaggerating. I really thought I was exaggerating. That's crazy. I really thought I was way over exaggerating. But nope, guess not. And when it comes to counting, I tend to count slowly. So I try to count at a regular pace. And there you go. 16 seconds roughly. Next time I'll bring in a stopwatch, because I'm not the most accurate. Oh. God dang. This cord. If Kirby Enthusiast is watching, he should get a rainbow and see how well it does compared to his pimped out G4. Says it's the best Kirby out there, which I don't doubt. But I'm just saying, rainbows are pretty good. I'm sorry, it's just there. Yeah, rainbows are pretty good. So, it would just be an interesting comparison. Perhaps I should remove that slack. Leave it more down there. And fun fact about this one. The belt on it was worn to hell. The spare was worn to hell. I put a Kirby belt in it. I know, yell at me all you want. It worked. I do what works and nothing more. And I got a buffing wheel for my bench grinder, so my G3 now has a nice and shiny nozzle. But if you're wondering, it's butt-clenchingly cold out, so there's no one going to do it for more than 15 minutes at a time. But I'm just happy about this rainbow. You know how difficult these things are to find? You're wondering? Steel's right there. The garage door lock key broke. And with that breaking, I had to leave it unlocked. And there's no way I'm leaving my $600 worth of machinery out where it can just be stolen by anyone. Also, this is a new sweatshirt. Yucky. All from polishing for 20 minutes. Now, the washing machine's gonna go and explode apparently, so that's where I'm gonna call this video quits.